Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Commodity TV today is in Vancouver again, and we are now at the offices of Endeavour Silver. You remember the 8th largest silver producer here in the world, primary silver producer. And with me here is the co-founder and CEO Bradford Cooke. Bradford, thank you very much for taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure, Jochen. How are you?
I'm perfect. Always doing good when I'm in Vancouver and talking to such terrific companies like you are. Let's come into the company. 2014 was, again, a good year. You just published your results. Maybe you want to comment a little bit on them?
Yes, well, thank you very much for the invitation. Endeavour set another production record for silver last year with 7.2 million ounces of silver production. We also produced 63,000 ounces of gold for a total of 11.6 million ounces of silver equivalent production last year, highlighted by the spectacular performance of our Guanaceví mine, which was way ahead of our plan for the year.
Oh, really?
And yes, so thanks to Guanaceví, we set our 10th year in a row of rising silver production. So all in all, another very good year for Endeavour on the production side. We also had, I think, for some people, a bit of a surprising ramp-up of our production at our El Cubo mine. And we actually did complete the turnaround, a 2-year turnaround strategy at El Cubo, with the operation finally filling the plant to its capacity in the month of December. Now that we've accomplished that, well, you'll hear about our plans for 2015, but we're very proud of our accomplishment last year to not only set another record year of production, but to see the completion of our turnaround program.
But I presume also when you say that you had that success of El Cubo, because we all remember some years ago when you bought it, it was a super high-cost mine, yeah? And now I presume you brought down the costs now really significantly, right? But when will you start to make money with the mine?
So, of course, in the fourth quarter is when the turnaround was finally completed, and while we don't have our fourth quarter costs out yet, we obviously anticipate that higher production means lower costs for El Cubo. I would think that since our goal was to get it into a profitable status on an operating basis, we'll be able to comment on that here when we bring our year-end financials in March. And on an all-in basis, well, you'll just have to wait until we have more to say in March.
Yeah, okay. But I see your smile, so you must be satisfied. Maybe you can comment on what is cash in the bank. How is the debt situation? I remember we were talking in Munich 3 months ago, and I asked you about the $27 million of credit line, I think it was, a short-term credit. What is the situation there? You paid something more back, or?
So our net cash position at the end of the year was very similar to our net cash position at the end of the third quarter, and given that we were still investing in exploration and mine development, I think that says that we're doing quite well at the operations. Year-end cash is about $30 million US. We also had almost $11 million in finished goods. That's metal that's available for sale. So $41 million in cashable assets. Our draw on the line of credit with Scotiabank is now $29 million, and so the net difference is almost the same as the end of the third quarter.
Okay, so you're still in healthy conditions.
Still in a very healthy condition.
Fantastic. Let's talk about 2015. Now we have mid of January, and I'm sure you have made a lot of plans already. So please elaborate on that. What is coming 2015? What can we expect from you?
Well, of course, bigger and better is our motto.
Yeah.
And I think for 2015 we have 3 or 4 events that we think will catalyze the stock. The first event is this referral to our success at turning around the El Cubo mine. Given that we were able to fill the plant to capacity, but the mine appears to be capable of much more, we have asked the operating group to give us a detailed plan on how to continue the expansion of the mine production without actually expanding the plant. We have some additional plant capacity available at our other mine, the Bolañitos mine in the same district, and if we can truck ore from El Cubo to fill the Bolañitos plant, that means a mine expansion for El Cubo. We don't know that yet, but it's under study, and we hope to comment on that in early March.
Fantastic. Any, let's say, planned M&A? You cannot say planned M&A, but is there something on the horizon? You're looking on something. Can you imagine to do something even?
As you know, we've been very acquisitive in the past. 3 major acquisitions in our history, 4 if you include San Sebastian. And in fact, we should probably pause there and say that this discovery we've made at our 4th property, this San Sebastian discovery, We now have the government permit to go ahead and build the mine. We are in the economic studies at this point, and our plan is to go to our board of directors, hopefully in the third quarter, with a decision to build the mine at San Sebastian that would then in fact become mine number 4 for Endeavour. So that's also a catalyst for the year. I think shareholders are hoping that we do go ahead, and based on the initial draft numbers, I think we are all very positive about the project, but we'll have to wait until end of June or sometime in the third quarter to be able to make a public announcement.
So when could be a possible ramp up for San Sebastian? If
we make the decision, then we will have already prepared to start building this year.
Okay, and in production next year?
That would make 1 year start to finish to have it producing in 2016. So yes, very positive. That would be another major catalyst for the company. A third major catalyst, as you mentioned, would be possibly another M&A transaction. And while again, there's no guarantees, it always takes two to dance, if you will.
Normally, yes.
Well, I am working very hard on a couple of opportunities, and I would love to close at least one of them soon, and possibly 2 this year.
Fantastic. Last question on the exploration side, what you are planning this year?
So probably a little bit lower expenditures on the exploration this year. We had a big year last year, which I hope you'll see in some news coming out next week. We'll release our reserves and resources for the year.
Great.
So successful exploration again last year, and continuing to drill all 3 mine sites plus San Sebastian in 2015.
So that means you have replaced what you have produced and even more?
We have some very exciting new targets, particularly at Guanaceví and El Cubo.
Aha, okay, I hear you. Fantastic. Well, Bradford, then thank you very much. All the best for that. And we look forward to a lot of announcements and maybe a nice acquisition. We never know.
Well, you never know, but we're looking for a bigger and better year from Endeavour.
Good. I'm sure you make it.
Okay.
It's the 11th here then. I like it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bradford. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Bradford Cooke, the co-founder and CEO of Endeavour Silver. Well, the bigger the better, you heard it. And the probably fourth mine, San Sebastian, is in the evaluation. We will see by summer if there is a decision. And I'm pretty sure that this will be the fourth mine. I have a good feeling on that. And maybe an M&A transaction could happen, and also some exploration is happening this year. So again, a busy year for Endeavour, and I'm sure it will be the 11th consecutive record year for the company. Thanks and bye-bye from Vancouver.